Of a third COVID vaccine. How often should you bathe your children? And the father of a shooting victim speaks out. Inside Edition starts right now.
Now, Inside Edition with Deborah Norville.
And hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. There has been a lot of talk of booster shots and if and when those who've been vaccinated against COVID-19 might need one. Well, this guy has already gotten a third shot. How'd he pull that off? And could anyone make an appointment to get an extra jab? Stephen Fabian found out.
He's been vaccinated for the third time.
It makes me feel much safer, and I feel a lot better now after having gotten it. I feel much better protected.
Trevor Achilles is one of the few Americans to have gotten a booster shot, something a lot of people are craving now that the Delta variant is surging. He found a pharmacy in Charlottesville, Virginia that would do it.
Booster shots are used for, all kinds of diseases, not just COVID. And this was just sort of a natural process for me. And I was not scared to get it.
Trevor is a kidney transplant recipient and has a weakened immune system. His doctor advised him to get the booster. So, can anyone do that? I called a CVS pharmacy to try to book an appointment for a third shot.
I'm just worried with the Delta variant out there. I wanted to see if I could get a booster shot. Can I set that up?
The answer was a flat no.
So no advice from the federal government or the CDC as far as a booster shot.
Israel is already giving booster shots to those over 50. Meanwhile, the U.S. struggles to convince millions to get their first vaccination. Now the White House is recruiting an army of young TikTok influencers to help promote the vaccine, posting interviews with Dr. Fauci on their social media sites.
What is the best resource for truthful information?
Well, the easiest way to get truthful information is to go to cdc.gov.
Is the actual COVID virus in the vaccine?
The answer is absolutely not.
17-year-old Ellie Zeiler says she was happy to help.
When people come up to meet me, they're like, I got vaccinated because I saw your video. So that is the absolute best.
The epicenter of the pandemic is right now in Florida, with a record 21,000 cases reported Saturday and 10,000 hospitalizations on Sunday. 11-year-old Sophia Gomez is leaving a Miami hospital after surviving a week-long battle with COVID. Both her parents were vaccinated, but she was just a week short of her 12th birthday and therefore too young.
What do you want to say to other young people out there?
If you can protect yourself, then do so, because being sick is not fun.
In Chicago, the 4-day music festival Lollapalooza wrapped up, but there is growing concern that some of the fans who got in showed fake vaccination cards. A Chicago Tribune intern tweeted, "Fake COVID-19 vaccination cards are 100% a thing at Lollapalooza. You can get it for $50. I have confirmed that it does work." In April, Inside Edition found official-looking vaccination cards for sale on eBay and bought one in person from a dealer.
I'm actually a producer with Inside Edition. You realize you might be putting people's lives at risk by selling these.
I'm not putting anybody's life at risk.
The FBI is investigating the use of fake cards at Lollapalooza.
In some states, like New York, it is a felony to forge or possess fake vaccination cards, while at the federal level, unauthorized use of an official government seal is a felony, and that is a penalty that could, boy, copy's all messed up here, but I'm going to tell you what it means. If you use unauthorized use of a federal seal, that could get you a fine or up to 5 years in prison. By the way, we should note that the push to get more people vaccinated does appear to be working. Nationally, the number of folks who've gotten their shots has gone up 17% in just the last week. During the pandemic, some people avoided public transportation by getting around on scooters and mopeds, and cops say they're now being used by criminals as getaway vehicles. Megan Alexander with details.
Two would-be assassins opened fire into a crowd, hitting innocent bystanders in Queens, New York over the weekend, according to cops. The getaway vehicles? Two accomplices zoom up on motor scooters and whisk the suspects out of there. In L.A., these guys looted an SUV and then hightailed it out of there on e-bikes. And after this Wild West shootout in New York, one gunman jumps onto a kiddie scooter. For Forget about souped-up getaway vehicles like you see in the movies. Today's go-to getaway vehicle has 2 wheels. Remember this infamous broad daylight shooting in which a 13-year-old girl shielded her little brother from a hail of bullets? Cops say the gunman fled on a scooter. I just rented this e-scooter, and let me tell you, these are not the sedate little scooters you may remember from your childhood. This thing is nimble and powerful. It can even go up to 20 miles per hour.
It's their tool of choice right now for getting in, getting out.
Inside Edition security consultant Steve Cardian.
Well, they're now gravitating towards mopeds, scooters, whatever they can get their hands on because they're easy, they're cheap, they're maneuverable, they're hideable. They can go on sidewalks, they can go against traffic on one-way streets.
A troubling development on our violent streets. Shooters on scooters.
And take a look at this scary moment. It happened in New Orleans. Wow, watch people run. Gunfire erupted on Bourbon Street in New Orleans Sunday. Left 5 people injured. A number, as you can see, everybody running for cover. Authorities down in the French Quarter say 1 person was taken into custody, but they add the investigation continues. When you go to the beach, you might be worried about sharks, but coyotes? Well, this woman was circled by a hungry coyote on the beach, and if it weren't for some boaters who saw her plight, this could have ended really badly.
A woman taking a leisurely stroll on a beautiful beach suddenly finds herself being stalked by a coyote. It's the last place in the world you'd imagine something like this happening. Every moment of the terrifying experience was recorded by 2 guys on a boat just offshore.
There's a lady getting attacked by a coyote out here.
The coyote seemed kind of content that he had cornered me, just kept coming at me, and I'm screaming at that point.
Mercy Sturlis was vacationing on Cape Cod. Yes, that Cape Cod in Massachusetts, one of America's most famous beach destinations.
I was like saying, get out of here, go, go. Go on, get out of here. It wasn't responding. It just kept coming back at me. I was terrified.
And get this, during her 10-minute-long ordeal, she got a call from her boyfriend.
I was like, I need you to look up online what to do about a coyote.
The guys in the boat pulled up as close to the beach as they could. She waved to them and was pulled on board.
It's great to see your faces again. I am so thankful for your help. It was a very dire situation. I am extremely grateful for you coming to my rescue. Thank you.
It's not a problem. We're just happy that you're okay.
Experts say you should never turn your back on a coyote and run. Also, don't let coyotes intimidate you. Threaten them with loud noises.
Everything you hear about what you're supposed to do when you encounter a wild animal, I was doing. Like, I had run out of options. I don't want to get bit by a coyote.
Well, last summer in this same area, a coyote did bite a beachgoer and killed a dog. Wildlife experts believe it's because people have been feeding the coyotes and they've just become too comfortable around humans. Turning now to the Olympics, you haven't seen the last of Simone Biles. The Olympic star, who has been taking it day by day on whether she'll compete again at Tokyo, has decided she will represent the U.S. in one more event being held tomorrow, the balance beam.
I hope you love a comeback story because we're about to see that.
Very exciting news about Simone Biles.
Simone has been battling the dreaded twisties. And while there may not be as much twisting on the beam, it can still be very dangerous. Olympic great Dominique Moceanu tells me she remembers landing on her head during a routine at the 1996 Games.
I was 14 years old, and my coaches were completely cruel to me. They didn't even see if I was okay, really turned their back on me in a moment where I landed on my head.
Dominique says Simone is likely going to perform a scaled-down routine to account for those twisties.
She would have to go and do a different dismount, something lighter that's not going to cause her to twist in the air or not force her to twist and do her Biles dismount, which is a double twisting, double back. So I think that this is a good decision for her.
And Simone's former teammate, Michaela Maroney, went off on USA Gymnastics, posting this video on social media.
Me competing at the Olympics was literally risking the rest of my gymnastics career.
She says she was forced to compete with a concussion.
I had to do that concussion test over and over and over again, which I feel like you're probably not allowed to do that until I passed. but I needed to go to trials and I needed to go to the Olympics, and my doctors knew that.
Simone is finding herself embroiled in some controversy after showing her support for American shot putter Raven Saunders. The silver medal winner formed an X with her arms while on the podium, a gesture that she says represents the intersection of where all people who are oppressed meet. The International Olympic Committee is launching a probe into whether Raven's gesture breached protocol which bans political gestures. And it was a surprising loss for the U.S. women's soccer team, who will now compete for the bronze medal after losing 1-0 to Canada.
Match for the bronze will happen Thursday with the U.S. women's soccer team taking on Australia. Last time we told you about that teenage couple who were shot while on their first date at a movie theater. She was killed instantly, and over the weekend we learned that he has now died as well. Now the father of one victim is speaking with Inside Edition about confronting the suspected killer in court.
She was my pride and joy. She'd walk into a room and I really would notice.
David Goodrich's 18-year-old daughter Riley was killed by a bullet to the head as she sat in a movie theater in Corona, California.
But it doesn't even matter.
She was on a first date with 19-year-old Anthony Barajas, a popular TikTok influencer. He was also shot in the head at point-blank range. After 5 days on life support, he was pronounced dead on Saturday.
He was genuinely sweet, and I could tell that she really, really liked him.
They were watching the movie The Forever Purge, about a night of anarchy and violence, but authorities don't believe the movie's storyline had anything to do with the shooting. Last Friday in court, Goodrich confronted the accused killer, 20-year-old Joseph Jimenez.
Look at me, bro. Look at me.
No.
Hey, look at me. Look at me, dude.
When he walked by me, I was just like pure rage. Like, I couldn't even think of the words to say, but I knew that I had a window and I just wanted him to look at me.
Hey, look at me, bro. Look at me.
No.
GoFundMe accounts have been set up to help both victims' families. If you'd like more information about that, just come to our website, InsideEdition.com. It has been a rough few years for comedian Kathy Griffin, and now she says she's battling lung cancer. The news came as a shock to her because she says she doesn't smoke.
I was diagnosed with cancer.
Kathy Griffin is revealing she has lung cancer. I'm about to go into surgery to have half of my left lung removed. The 60-year-old comedian posted on Instagram, "Yes, I have lung cancer even though I've never smoked." Turns out about 20% of women diagnosed with lung cancer have never smoked. Fortunately, Griffin's cancer was caught early at stage 1.
We're seeing these non-tobacco related lung cancers more likely in women than in men. We're not sure why we're seeing this. It may have to do with air quality and pollution. It may have to do with hormones, as we're seeing it more in women than in men.
In 2017, Griffin shaved her head in solidarity with her sister, who was going through chemo and later passed away. Now she's facing her own cancer battle, but says, "I'm gonna be just fine." And that's actress Ashley Judd walking again, less than 6 months after shattering and nearly losing her leg when she tripped over a fallen tree in the Congo. The 53-year-old movie star endured an 8-hour surgery in February to repair her leg and foot.
I'm going into shock. I'm passing out.
"I walked again, and in what fashion?" Judd wrote on Instagram about her recent hike in Switzerland. "My leg and foot worked beautifully." Here she is using crutches while hiking. Way to go, Ashley. And former Bachelorette Claire Crawley is revealing she just had her breast implants removed. "I am stepping away from something that no longer serves me, not my heart and certainly not my health." The 40-year-old wrote on Instagram, "We are perfectly made just the way we are."
And when we come back, how often do you or should you give your kids a bath? Plus, why one single Dorito chip was worth $20,000. That and more when we come back right after this.
Downy's been taking you back since way back. With freshness and softness you never forget. Feel the difference with Downy.
When you order carry-out, choose Domino's Carside Delivery. Check in when you arrive, and we guarantee we'll be headed out the door less than 2 minutes after your order is ready. If anything slows us down, your next pizza is free. Put Domino's new 2-minute guarantee to the test.
Depression makes it hard for me to follow through with my plans.
My antidepressant helps, but there are times I still feel depressed and make excuses not to go out. Is it just me?
No. Many people taking antidepressants still have some symptoms. When taken with an antidepressant, Rexulti was proven to reduce depression symptoms an extra 62% compared to the antidepressant alone. So you can stay on your current treatment and help build on your progress.
Rexulti can cause serious side effects. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and worsen depression in those under 25. Call your doctor about fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which could be life-threatening, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Increased cholesterol, weight gain, high blood sugar, decreased white blood cells, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, seizures, trouble swallowing may occur. When depression sets you back, keep moving forward. Make an appointment to talk to your doctor about adding Rexulti to your antidepressant.
World-class care at Derek Dermatology starts with opening more doors. With access to top-rated doctors, available when you need us, who make it a point to value your time and put your schedule first. Experts located directly in the communities you call home. You'll discover we accept the most important insurance plan of all, yours. That's the difference between everyday care and world-class care. Derek Dermatology, world-class dermatology, close to home.
Rodeos are supposed to be exciting, but the crowd in Preston, Idaho got a little more than they bargained for when a one-ton bull went right over the barricade into the bleachers. Hello, Mr. Bull. People in the front row said they were understandably scared to death, but luckily nobody was seriously hurt. The other day, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis admitted they only washed their kids when the children looked dirty. Well, that has sparked quite a discussion of how often should parents bathe their children.
It's the great debate.
We're living in a time of cleanliness is super important.
A newborn with a real smelly poop needs a bath.
How often should you give your child a bath? The controversy was triggered when Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher revealed they only bathe their two youngsters when they see dirt on them.
If you can see the dirt on them, clean them. Yeah. Otherwise, there's no point.
One word, disgusting, said one comment on social media. Bad hygiene habits for the children to learn, went another. Generations of kids have grown up expecting bath time every night.
Rubber ducky, you're the one.
This kid certainly looks forward to it.
You want to take a bath?
Yeah. So, are Mila and Ashton correct? Is it safe to reduce bath time to just a few times a week? According to dermatologist Dr. Michelle Henry, they aren't wrong.
The American Academy of Dermatology recommends that it's okay to bathe children under 6 years of age between 2 to 3 times a week.
Today is bath day for 3-year-old Eliana. Mom Miriam Cohn says because her kids have sensitive skin, she does what the experts say, limiting bath time to about 10 minutes in lukewarm water, washing with a gentle cleanser. She pats Eliana down and then dabs her with moisturizer to make sure her skin stays hydrated.
Sweet. By the way, the average bath uses 35 to 50 gallons of water. A 10-minute shower uses about 25 gallons. When we come back, why is one Dorito chip worth $20,000?
Closed caption sponsorship for Inside Edition is brought to you by...
For relief of hot flashes, night sweats, and low energy, try Amberin. Amberin safely relieves 12 menopause symptoms and helps restore hormonal balance. Available in stores nationwide.
New Salon Pass Arthritis Gel contains the most prescribed topical pain relief ingredient. It reduces inflammation and comes in original prescription strength. Salon Pass, it's good medicine.
I brought in Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein.
Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and now with 2 new flavors.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
The summer closeout sale is going on now at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 60% off clearance and closeout items. Find sofas and dining sets starting at only $119. Plus, save up to $1,000 off your purchase. For a limited time only at Ashley Home Store.
Hi, I'm Jimmy J.J. Walker. If you're on Medicare, listen to this. I called the 1-800 number to see what extra Medicare benefits I could get. An actual person answered, looked up my zip code, and boom, I was offered extra benefits like dental coverage, including dentures, extractions, fillings, plus prescriptions, transportation, meals, and so much more, all at no additional cost. And then I asked about the benefit that adds money to my Social Security check. And get this, I'm entitled to an extra $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year added to my Social Security check. And I was like, dynamite! Call the 1-800 number on the screen and see what you may be entitled to. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-285-7687. That's 1-800-285-7687. Now.
When you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, waiting for an appointment can feel like forever. But one call is all it takes at Cancer Treatment Centers of America. With a team of cancer specialists at our award-winning Chicago Breast Center. Designing your treatment plan in as little as 48 hours. Offering innovative procedures like microsurgery to reduce scarring for greater mobility. So you can focus on what matters most. Call now.
I love Chicago and its people. If you have a legal problem, I got your back. Think you don't have the power to take on the insurance companies, big government, or your employer? Think again. Nobody knows how to win like Disparity Law. We know how to make them pay so you win. Just like she did, he did, and they did too. I'm attorney Larry Disparity. Come find out why thousands of my clients say Larry wins.
Is that the Credit One Bank Platinum Rewards card?
Yeah.
For your fealty, I bestow a gift.
Great. Get 5% cashback rewards. Visit GoCreditOne.com.
Ashley Home Store's summer closeout sale is going on now. Shop amazing closeout deals starting as low as $119. Plus, save up to $1,000 off your purchase. Or get 0% interest for 4 years with no minimum purchase and no money down. Only at Ashley Home Store.
If you found a weird-looking chip in a bag of Doritos, would you go on social media to ask what to do with it? Well, this teenager did, and she's $20,000 richer as a result.
Here it is, the $20,000 chip.
Bet you've never seen one of these before. A puffy Dorito. And it just made this 13-year-old $20,000 richer. When Riley Stewart opened the bag at home in Australia, she found one of the chips completely bloated.
I looked at it and I thought, this looks a bit funny.
So she went on TikTok to share her find, writing, "I found a puffed Dorito. Is this valuable or should I just eat it?" Thankfully, she didn't chow it down because Doritos decided to give her a $20,000 reward for finding the perfect puffy chip.
I honestly thought it might have made a couple of people laugh, and then that was it.
That's one pricey snack.
And one lucky girl. It's summertime, which means it's important to take care of your skin no matter what your age.
At the young age of 19, Clarissa Lugo was given a troubling diagnosis. She had skin cancer.
19 is really young to be told you have skin cancer. You must have been so surprised.
Yes, I had no idea that something like this could happen to me. So I took a deep dive into sun protection research and skincare research.
Fortunately, Clarissa recovered quickly, but her experience motivated her to educate others. She's now a beauty consultant for Walgreens and a spokesperson for Olay. We teamed up with all of them to learn about skincare tips.
Number 1, protect your skin. I love Olay's Regenerist Whip SPF 25. Unlike most sun protection, it's lightweight, oil-free, and non-greasy. Number 2, use quality ingredients. A moisturizer with dermatologist-recommended ingredients helps with the overall appearance of my skin. Olay's Collagen Peptide 24 Max is a great option. Both products are available at your local Walgreens. All month long, Olay Skincare is buy one, get one half off.
When we come back, a really bad hair day.
He's one of television's most respected financial journalists. Emmy Award winner David Faber guest hosts Jeopardy!
Now, this is serious business.
All this week.
Today, followed by Eyewitness News at 4.
Disney's Jungle Cruise, rated PG-13, in theaters now, or order it on Disney Plus with Premier Access.
Nursing homes will tell you we did the best we could, but did they do the best they should? Bed sores, broken bones, choking, head trauma, even unexplained death are all signs of negligence, plain and simple.
Our team of nursing home injury attorneys will dig deep and uncover the truth about what really happened.
Call now to find out if you have a case. We'll fight for the justice your family deserves, and that matters. Malman Law, we know what matters most.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty. An answer. Uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
It's Window Nation's Talking Windows with Harley and Aaron.
Looking for replacement windows? Phil, tell them what they can save.
Now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Window Nation, the perfect fix.
Blown away. Next.
Travel consideration provided by...
Facing collagen that's all hype? Olay Collagen Peptide 24. With derm-recommended peptides, hydrates better than the $400 cream for visibly firmer skin. Olay. Face anything.
We're eating and drinking foods and beverages that are very acidic. It can soften the enamel. Pronamel repair, what it's doing is driving more minerals deep into the enamel surface that's going to help actively repair. Pronamel is taking it to another level.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
Sue's never toured with Redfin until now. Pick your time and a local Redfin agent will help you find
The one.
on-demand home tours from Redfin.
Is now a good time for a flare-up?
Enough, Crohn's.
For adults with moderate to severe Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, Stelara can provide relief and is the only approved medication to reduce inflammation on and below the surface of the intestine in UC.
You getting on that flight? Back off, you see?
Stelara may increase your risk of infection, some serious, and cancer. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, new skin growths, have had cancer, or if you need a vaccine. PRES, a rare potentially fatal brain condition, may be possible. Some serious allergic reactions and lung inflammation can occur.
Lasting remission can start with Stelara. If you've been financially impacted by COVID-19, Janssen may be able to help.
As more kids and teens use social media, cyberbullying continues to rise. If you suspect your child is being cyberbullied, let them know you're available to talk.
Learn more at healthydrivenchicago.com.
Finally today, someone needs a hairbrush.
Is this the world's most powerful blow dryer? Nope. The lady is standing behind a plane as it takes off from St. Martin's Airport in the Caribbean. That's one heck of a blowout.
And one weird way to spend your time. We'll see you next time.
Today at 4, breaking news in the Jussie Smollett saga. What a judge told his team today that could help his case. I'm Rob Elgis. Also ahead, pandemic party, a milestone celebration for a president and his plan to protect guests from getting sick. Also, done deal, the divorce between billionaires finally reaching a resolution. And moving day, the heavy lifting to save history. Look at that. We'll tell you where exactly this is on Eyewitness News after you enjoy Jeopardy. Hope to see you at 4.
You know when you're at Ross and all those brands have her like? Yes. And all those prices have you like? Yes. That's yes for less. You've got this school year and we've got you with the best bargains ever.